Hello, America. Today we are at the vintage show. Everything in there is vintage and it's for sale. I'm wearing my vintage disco suck shirt, well known in the Chicagoland area. Parking lot is packed. Hopefully I get you guys a good view of the stuff on the tables. Let's kick it. Today what I'm looking for is a pair of size 2 or 4 Levi's 501 original cut jeans from the 80s. I thought it was something that AJ might like, and they were the coolest pants ever back in the day. Oh, I remember this t-shirt. I wish I had it. It was probably even in my size. These extra thick corduroy shorts I think were a punishment that moms bought for kids. 150 bucks for Jeff Gordon? Nah. I remember in the 80s I used to wear bolo ties because I didn't want to wear a regular tie. I had a shirt just like this. This is a jacket. These are not retro. Actually, these were made not too long ago, 15 years ago, in factory in Des Plaines, Illinois. I was thinking this is like 8mm film of Fonzie, but I guess it's postcards. Here's a little secret for married men. I'm going to tell you something your wife doesn't want you to know. Somewhere in your home is a giant box of all of your favorite clothes that she doesn't want you to wear out in public around her. And there's a chance, if you've been married a long time, a lot of those clothes are vintage and probably worth money to other guys whose wives will hide those shirts and put them in a box somewhere.
And I look in the back seat, and there's a big old greyhound. And I'm like, oh no,
I know, look how that works
I know, right? Just a part of me knew, together that. That was like an appreciation. This is pretty.
I tried very hard in a non-creepy way to get video because there were so many girls, 20-year-old girls that were dressed in 50-year-old outfits that were so into, and it kind of woke me up, like in a way, I'm 55 years old, I work third shift. I don't see 20-year-old people anymore, but to see them engage and enjoy what we used to enjoy when we were their age was a lot of fun. Kind of woke me up a little bit. This might barely not be vintage. Chicago Harley Davidson hasn't been around all that long. It's not even in Chicago, it's in Glenview. When you see the price of this shirt, you're going to swear out loud. Watch this. Those two girls that you're about to see, they just sat and looked at Playboy magazines. I didn't want to videotape it because that's extra creepy. Oh, remember that? 1988, it's back. This is a bootleg Black Sabbath t-shirt. Wait till you see the price on bootlegs. $150. Trickster, oh my God. Now, nobody really cared about Trickster. Somebody was drunk when they were at the concert and they bought this actual concert t-shirt and they never wore it out of embarrassment, possibly. And that's why it's in minty mint condition. But try and find a Trickster fan in 2025. Another bootleg t-shirt with a crazy price on it. If this was in my size and I bought it, I wouldn't look like Captain America. I would look like a rodeo clown. If you're over 40 years old, you're already thinking Saved by the Bell or Prince of Bel-Air. Type Prince or Bell in the comments so I know what came to your mind first. Class of 85. You know, if Doug shows up, you could double the price on this thing.
These two are the best ones. Junior Rose Bowl champion.
Oh, wow. California Rose Bowl. 89, 88, and that's the year I graduated.
And then this guy was an underachiever. 77, he did football championship. 78.
Wow.
Did wrestling championship, 156-pound champion.
Jeez. His girlfriend was lucky to walk around the school in that one. Let's see that.
And then their parents gave it away.
Yeah, they didn't think twice.
Right. And then you got a...
And now Doug doesn't have his Letterman jacket.
Not one, but two denim three-piece suits.
Wow. Yep. That's what I was expecting. Lee Jeans, brand name. Wow. What year would you guess those are?
70.
Okay, wow.
And then this is a Canadian tuxedo made in Canada.
Very cool. Somebody got married in one of those.
Yeah. And then this one, very dizzy. And the last time the guy wore it was in 1976 because he had this barbecue.
Oh my gosh.
Can you give us some info on Hearst Castle? What is that?
You don't need to be armed, conceal and carry, when you're wearing this jacket. Everybody is not going to screw with you, guaranteed. This is like the safest thing you can wear outside. The only time I ever tried LSD, I watched Ren and Stimpy for 7 hours.
Cereal game?
With a naked person. True story. This was the best value at the show, $10. That looks like an original Rage Against the Machine shirt. Thanks, dude. I recreated it.
That's awesome.
From the Steve. Are you old enough to remember Steve Dahl?
No, I'm not.
When he blew up Comiskey Park during the
yeah.
yeah, he took all the disco records, put them in the middle of the field, blew a big hole in the field, big riot.
I didn't know that was where that was from.
Yeah, disco sucks. That was the mantra in '79.
That's awesome.
No. Not finding a pair of 501s. I was thinking about getting a couple of these Elvis albums for AJ, but her record player, ironically, which is the exact same model that Elvis owned, that is now sitting at Graceland, not his, but a same model, it's in the garage and she's not listening. Oh, Carlton. There are tons of these Warner Brothers t-shirts that used to be a big deal back in the 90s, oversized. Girls always wore them, sometimes guys. But they don't have any of the good ones. I always love these shirts, but horizontal stripes on a fat guy, not a good look. When AJ was 13, I tried to explain to her how freaking cool these army shirts are and how cool they look on girls and how you can actually wear it for a jacket in the early fall. And she kind of rejected the idea. And 5 years later, I'm not sure she'd change her mind. Maybe she would.
Like, typically, I feel like it's like...
Yeah, I'm here with making food.
It's nice to have like a fun.
Oh, I thought it
How much is that Elvis wall hanging?
25.
Really? What's it made out of?
I think it's cotton.
Is it thin? I remember that poster.
Right?
Yeah. I once wrote a pilot, an animated cartoon, and we actually used original artists from Crack Magazine. But he was kind of hard to get the work from because he was, quote unquote, a recovering heroin addict. Maybe not so much recovered, but the work he did turn in was beautiful. This was a really nice blast from the past. It was really inspiring to see so many young people out looking through these old things that we used to wear. Thank you for hanging with me. We didn't find the 501 jeans, but it was worth the trip. Peace and love worldwide. Live your life before your life lives you.